Hi everyone, I'm Nancy, your favorite innkeeper from Old Square Inn in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania in beautiful Lancaster County. Good to have you here. We're going to make some game day snacks. I think that is the very best part of the Super Bowl, having the game day snacks, don't you think? I do. And you know what? Whether you are, who's playing? Kansas City Chiefs and Buccaneers? Whether you're a Chiefs fan or a Buccaneers fan, it doesn't matter because we're always a fan of the snacks. All right, so we're going to get started. We're going to make two things today, hot Reuben dip, and if you like a Reuben sandwich, you are going to totally love this hot Reuben dip. And I am going to show you how to make the very best, crispiest wings in the whole wide world. Hi, Kathy. Nice to have you here today. It was so fun to cook with you the other day. What a blast. All right, we're going to get started. If you are joining us, please drop your name in the comments. Tell us what you're going to do today. What's up? And are you a Chiefs fan? Are you a Buccaneers fan? Who knows? All right, we're going to get started with that hot Reuben dip. And I had the recipe posted. I'll put it up again. I'm going to make a half recipe. You can make whatever you want. A whole recipe, they say, serves 9. Well, maybe if you're an elf or maybe if you have a lot of other food, but it's really good, I'm telling you what. Okay, so you are going to start with about 1.5 cups of corned beef. And if you don't like corned beef, you can use turkey, you can use sliced turkey, you can use whole turkey, whatever you like. I'm going to use corned beef. I got this big chunk of corn. Oh, got a phone call. That's how we got interrupted. Hi, Joan. Hi, Lorraine. How are you doing today? So you are going to want about 1.5 cups of diced, sliced, or shredded corned beef. Again, I got this from the deli. If that is too salty for you, use some turkey, use some pastrami, although that's a little bit salty as well, right? Doreen was at our live cooking show as well. We had a blast, I have to tell you. We made chicken en papillote, chicken in like a paper envelope. It went into the oven. We made some shortcake, and then we all got to eat together as well. It was a blast. So many fun people. You guys are so great. All right, so I'm making a half recipe, of course, as I always do. So I'm going to want about 3/4 of a cup. You're going to want 1.5 cups. You see what I have here. And you know what? If you like more corned beef, put more corned beef in it. If you like less corned beef, put a little bit less, and I'm going to put a little bit more in there. When I went to get this corned beef from the deli, well, one store was out of it. I don't know what the bum rush is on the corned beef, but the other store had it, and I said, is that real corned beef? Because you know how sometimes they like chop and form things? You don't want that. You want a real chunk of corned beef. So this was a real chunk of corned beef, and instead of getting it in slices, I just had them get me a great big chunk. Okay, so we have our corned beef set aside, and then you're going to have 1 block of cream cheese. That's 8 ounces, softened. And to that, you will add a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Get in there. And soften, you can put it on top of the oven while you're baking your wings if you want to. Stick it in the microwave to soften it. And then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of Thousand Island dressing. I am telling you what, this tastes so fantastically good that you're going to stand over the bowl and eat it before you even get to the table. Now I'm going to put this in the oven at, the original recipe calls for 425 at like 15 minutes. I'm going to put it in at 350 for 30 minutes. You could also microwave this for about 5 minutes, however long it takes to get hot and bubbly. Because when you make dips like this, that's all you're essentially doing is melting the cheese and warming everything up. If you put it in the microwave, don't forget to stir it occasionally. All right, so into this then, I'm going to put, let's see how much of this, about a half cup of sauerkraut. And again, if you like the sauerkraut, you can add a little bit more. This is drained, so it's not like really soppy juicy, but it is not, it's not wrung out or rinsed or anything like that, because you want that good sour flavor with it. Okay, and then you're going to put in about 1.5 cups of, recipe calls for Swiss. I don't like Swiss cheese, so my cheese is a combination. I'll show you what I used. 4-cheese Italian blend, mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, asiago, fontina, romano. Just a little blend, because where this flavor is coming from mostly is going to be that sauerkraut and the Thousand Island dressing, because that is really just about half of what makes up a Reuben. All right, get my corned beef in there. Look at that, doesn't that look so good? So you know that I always like test the recipe and bake it and try it out before I show it to you, of course. And I always have one ready so I can show you what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, so I was getting my one of them ready this morning so I could pre-bake it and show you what it looked like. And I did a bad thing. I tasted it, and I tasted it again, and I tasted it until it was half gone. I mean, that was not even second breakfast. That was like 1.5 breakfast. It was so good. So I had to make another one. I am telling you, this does not serve 9 unless you are an elf. Okay, so here's what it looks like. So you're either going to put this in your crock pot and let it get nice and melty. You can put it in a baking dish. You can put it in a little custard cup to, bake those things. You could even have them individually. And I'm going to show you what this baby looks like when it comes out of the oven. This one is ready. Oh man, it's piping, steaming hot. Ooh, look at that. Looks so good, right? Yes. All right, look at that. I know, doesn't that look so good? Look, it's nice and bubbly and cheesy on top. And I have some pumpernickel bread that I toasted. You could do that in the oven. You could do it in the toaster if you want. Or you could serve this with rye crackers or any kind of crackers that you want. I will say that I had pumpernickel bread, so I didn't go out and get rye. But I like the plain rye better because pumpernickel is a very, very pronounced taste. So you get more of the pumpernickel taste almost than you do of the hot cheesy dip. I had to pour my fuzzy water right away because you eat this and you get thirsty. You got to have your game day beverages on. Hi Lynn, nice to have you here. Servus. Okay, look at this. I know, so good. Look at that. Can you, oh my gosh, look at that. Here, first bite for you. Oh my gosh, so hot and delicious. Now, as this cools, I know, so good. The cheese cools down and it's not as gooey, which is kind of a nice reason to keep it in the crock pot. Or if you do it in the microwave, do it in small batches. This is so good. Let's see if it's cool enough for me to bite into. Well, in the meantime, let me cool this down a bit. So what, are you a Chiefs fan or a Buccaneers fan? Or do you not care? Or are you a commercial fan and a snack fan? Okay, what does a pirate pay for his corn? Come on, you know this one. Hi, Missy. Missy, I got to take some of this over to you today. What does a pirate pay for his corn? A buccaneer. I know, so funny, right? What does a pirate dread most in his old age? Come on, someone knows this. Arthritis. I know, hilarious, right? Okay, bite. If you like a Reuben sandwich, you're gonna go crazy for this. Here's the other thing I would do. When I was toasting this bread, I would put some butter on it just to give it that extra depth. This is my own private dip, so I can go like this. But if you're serving it, of course, put a spoon in it. Okay, you can have another bite. All right, that is so good. One more bite. Okay. Now, I know you don't want to sit here and watch me all morning eat, right? So, let's move on to the wings. Mosby's downtown here in Mount Joy is my very favorite place for wings until I figured out how to do them myself. And Mosby's, I love you, but these wings are even better. Here's what you're gonna do. Gonna get your wings. Now, I can get them from the store and they're already cut in half, like the little drumette and the other part. Although in the land where my sister lives in Indiana, this is how they serve wings, like one whole wing. If you get them like this, and you don't want to serve them like they do in Hoosier land, you want to cut these apart. And you may or may not know how to cut apart a wing easily. So here's what you do. Where this little joint is right here, just going to cut down to that. Now I haven't cut through the bone, but I'm going to break that so I know where to cut through. Okay, that just like that. That's all you do. Now I have to wash my hands because I have chicken on them. I'm just going to move over here and do that. Now, once I have these all cut up, or whole, if you like to have them that way, I'm going to line these up on parchment paper, and that is the whole trick behind these amazing, fabulous wings. They have to go on parchment paper. You're not going to put them, oh my gosh, look at these. You're not going to put them on aluminum foil. You're not going to put them on a rack. You're going to put them on parchment paper. These go in the oven at 350 for an hour and a half. Now, if you only have an hour and you want to put them on 375, don't do it because they're going to burn, because I've done it before. 350 for an hour and a half. And if you like them a little bit crispier, you're going to put them in a little bit crispier. Okay, so I have these in a jelly roll pan with sides. I put enough parchment paper in there so that when the grease comes out, because it will, you can see that, this is how they get crispy in their own natural goodness. So then you're going to pick this up and just put it to the side when you're finished with it. Just throw it away. So, oh my gosh, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on these, and then I am going to, hi Lisa, good to have you here. And then I'm going to make my sauce. Sauce is real easy. Wing sauce, hot wing sauce. Put barbecue sauce on it if you want. I like the wing sauce, hot wing sauce. So I'm going to start with about 1/3 cup of Frank's Red Hot. And what I love about this recipe is that this is like your starting recipe. 1/3 cup of Frank's Red Hot, about a tablespoon of butter melted, and about a teaspoon or 2 of vinegar. So I had this sitting on the stove top so my butter could melt a little bit. Let me stir that up. Of course, you can put this in the microwave as well. And oh, look at that. Ah, Frank's Red Hot smells so good. A little bit of vinegar in there. Is your mouth watering already? Mine is so watering. I promise you that if you make these wings 350 in the oven, hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer, you're never going to order wings out again. So you can do this a couple of ways. You can put them in the bowl. I put these on my plate over here. Pour the sauce over it. and toss them around a little bit. Or like we like to do at our house, we just serve them plain naked with sauce on the side, so you can put your own sauce on it as you wish. You move that out of the way. Are these like the easiest game day snacks you have ever seen? Seriously. Okay, put my sauce on there. And I have some wings on my tray over here. I'm gonna put a little extra sauce on the side. I learned that from my friend Wendy. When I was teaching, we would go out not every Friday, but Friday for wings at your place. Can you hear those? They're even crispy in the bowl like that. Huh. And she would always order her wings hot and with extra sauce on the side. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. I know you want the first bite. You may have, my mouth is watering already. Okay, so here, bite for you. Okay, bite from me. They are so crispy and crunchy. And we would always order our wings extra crispy with sauce on the side. So you could always add more if you wanted to. So yeah, it's so good. And I didn't have celery, but I have my blue cheese here. Dip that in a little blue cheese dressing. I know. So delicious. And you are going to want to like take every single bite off of that bone that you can, because every single bite is crispy and delicious no matter what kind of sauce you put on that. So those wings in an oven, 350, hour and a half. If you want to put in the Reuben Dip, put in the Reuben Dip the last half hour. You have half of your party snacks right there. Don't forget to pour something cold and fuzzy and bubbly, right? Because you're going to need those drinks. So let me know how yours turn out. And if you're interested in cooking with us live, we had so much fun. We'll probably be doing another one of those in February. I'd like to limit the class to just 5 or 6 people. When we have 10, it's just too many people trying to talk at once. But drop me a line, I'll let you know when that is. So next week, we're going to be doing something for Valentine's Day. And have you ever seen these donut pans? Ever wonder if they really taste like donuts? We're going to make some donuts in here. I'm going to give you a couple recipes for that. Show you how you can decorate them for Valentine's Day. And you can have a taste as well. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, something good is going to happen to you and through you. I'm Nancy, your favorite innkeeper from Old Square Inn. And I will see you next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.